Hello and welcome to the channel, where today we have a talk about the conversation nobody in Hollywood wants to have, but the internet absolutely won't shut up about. Wicked, for good, is breaking box office records. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are on every magazine cover. The soundtrack is living rent-free in everyone's head, and the movie is supposed to be the ultimate fairy tale of radical self-acceptance. Love the green girl, fight the fascist wizard, celebrate being different. Except right now, thousands of teenagers on TikTok, Tumblr, and secret Discord servers are using red carpet photos of Ariana, Cynthia, and even Michelle Yeoh as Thinspo. They're zooming in on visible collarbones, counting ribs, writing, "I need her BMI," under premiere pics, and turning the Wicked press tour into the biggest unintentional trigger event for eating disorder communities since the heroin-chic 90s. And it's not just the usual suspects. These are little girls who grew up singing Defying Gravity, who dressed as Glinda for Halloween, who waited years for this movie, now staring at the screen and whispering, "If Ariana can look like that after everything she's been through, maybe I should stop eating too." Recovery accounts are sounding the alarm. Parents are panicking. Therapists are getting emergency calls from patients who were stable for years but just saw the London premiere photos and spiraled. One eating disorder coach told me this week, "We went from body positivity musical to national Thinspo event in 72 hours. Because here's the brutal, uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, and Michelle Yeoh are extremely visibly thin right now. Like, shockingly dramatically, are they okay? Thin. An entire internet noticed at once. Ariana has always been petite, but the difference between her 2021 Thank You, Next Era, and the Wicked press tour is night and day. Cheekbones sharp enough to cut glass, arms that look fragile in sleeveless gowns, a waist that sparked 1,000 "How did she do it" videos. Cynthia Erivo, who was muscular and powerful in Harriet, now has a frame so slight that her Met Gala corset looked 2 sizes too big. Michelle Yeoh, eternal action legend, walked the London carpet looking like she dropped 25 pounds overnight. And every red carpet photo, every backless dress, every strapless premiere look became instant Thinspo gold in the darkest corners of the internet. And yes, before anyone comes for me in the comments, we don't know their medical situations. We don't know if they're sick, if they're on GLP-1 meds, if they're intentionally losing weight for roles, if they're struggling with grief, stress, or anything else. Ariana has been open in the past about body dysmorphia and how cruel comments wrecked her. Cynthia has talked about the pressure of being a black woman in Hollywood. Michelle is 62 and still doing her own stunts. None of them owe us an explanation. But here's the problem. Images speak louder than words, and those images are being weaponized right now by pro-Orynic communities to hurt real kids. Eating disorder therapists are reporting a flood of new triggers. One told The Cut that patients who were stable for years relapsed after seeing the Wicked premiere photos. Another said parents are now terrified to let their daughters watch the movie because it feels like 2 hours of accidental Thinspo. Hashtags like #WickedDiet and #GlindaBody are trending on TikTok alongside calorie counting videos set to popular. On Tumblr, side-by-side comparisons of Ariana's body from 2021 to 2025 have thousands of notes with captions like, "Proof restriction works." And the irony is painful. Wicked is literally about not judging someone for how they look. Elphaba is bullied, feared, and eventually hunted because she's green. The whole thesis is don't judge a book by its cover. Yet the moment the actresses step on a red carpet, the entire internet forgets the message and starts measuring waistlines with a ruler. We've been here before. The 90s gave us heroin chic, and Kate Moss saying nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. The 2010s tried body positivity. Lizzo on the cover of Vogue, Tess Holiday breaking barriers. Then Ozempic happened. Hollywood's best-kept secret became Hollywood's loudest trend. And suddenly every actress is shrinking in real time. Serena Williams is promoting weight loss drugs. Meghan Trainor, who made her career on All About That Bass, just dropped a song called Still Don't Care about being criticized for being too thin after being criticized for being too thick. Lizzo herself wrote a raw Instagram essay about how her own body is changing through exercise while plus-size representation vanishes overnight. The pendulum never stops swinging. We went from love your curves to love your Ozempic in 5 years flat. So what do we do with Wicked? Do we pretend not to see? Do we shame the actresses for existing while thin? Do we cancel a movie that's literally about not judging people for their appearance because the cast happens to be thin? Or do we finally admit the truth? That diet culture never went away. It just got a new filter and a prescription. Because here's the thing. You can love Wicked. You can belt defying gravity at the top of your lungs and still acknowledge that seeing your favorite characters played by women who look like they haven't eaten in weeks might be really hard for someone in recovery. You can celebrate Ariana and Cynthia's performances, which are, by all accounts, breathtaking, while admitting that the constant close-ups on collarbones and thigh gaps are triggering as hell for a generation raised on pro-ana Tumblr. We don't need to demonize the actresses. We need to demonize a culture that turns every female body into a battlefield. So, if you're watching Wicked this weekend, enjoy the flying monkeys, cry it for good, scream sing No One Mourns the Wicked. But maybe, just maybe, when the credits roll, have the hard conversation with your friends, your daughters, yourself. Why are we still doing this? Why, in 2025, are we still measuring women's worth in inches and ounces? The movie says no one mourns the wicked. Maybe it's time we stop mourning the women who dare to take up space, any space at all. Drop a heart if Wicked still has you emotional. Drop a comment if this conversation hit home. And let's keep talking, because the only way out of this mess is through it together. See you in the next one. Stay kind to yourself. You're perfect exactly as you are.